Ohio gozaimasu. Good morning, everyone. Our head of school, Mr. Emin Husinov, Mr. Ali Kara, teachers, parents, and my dearest fifth grade students. I'm honored to welcome you all to the 2021 AJIS graduation ceremony. Today, we pay tribute to the young boys and girls of tomorrow as we celebrate their elementary school graduation. My name is Shahzada, and I'll be your host of the morning. And now, without further ado, I present to you our graduating class of 2021. Please put your hands together for our grade 5 graduates. Before we begin, I would like to request our head of school, Mr. Emin Hussain, to kindly come and address our young learners.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, teachers, our lovely students, and of course, parents, families, and our friends at home. I stand before you today incredibly happy because all these incredible children are graduating from grade 5 and off to middle school. As Dr. Seuss said, today you are you. That's truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. This is true of the 38 young children sitting here today. Each of you brought your own individual personality, your thoughts, strengths, challenges, and weak points to school each day. And we wouldn't want it any other way. So keep your individuality as you move on through middle school, high school, and beyond. I would like to take a moment to thank the people who helped you make it to where you are today. Parents and families, thank you for the love and encouragement and support you have given your children during their elementary years. Preschool through 5th grade teachers, thank you for your expertise, energy, and devotion to children's learning and social emotional development. And a special thanks to 5th grade teachers, Mr. Brian and Mr. Leon, who have guided these classes through this year and know that this group is ready to move on to middle school. You did a great job. Thank you. And grade 5. It is a very honorable thing for me to see you are graduating here today. Congratulations and best of luck next year. Go Hawks! Thank you, arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you, Ms. Merlin. And now, grade 5, we have a special surprise for you. Here is a small video a tribute from all the teachers who have taught you for all these years. I hope you enjoy it. Give us a second.
Greetings from Okinawa. You are me. I'm Mr. Bates, I'm your homework teacher. You will be grade 1. I want to congratulate you on how far you made it in your education career. I wish you all the best as you continue down the road.
Hello, grade 5 students. This is Mr. Silk. Just wanted to wish you guys congratulations on a great year at Horizon, and you guys all did very well, I'm sure. And yeah, good job, and wish you the best in the future.
In grade 5, congratulations on your upcoming graduation. I hope you're all doing really well, and I wish you all the best of luck in the future. I hope to see you again someday. Bye.
Hello, graduates! It feels so strange to call you that because it feels like just yesterday I was in Japan and you were still in grade 2. I have so many fond memories of our time together. Do you remember our annual exchange with some different Canadians? Or the businesses you made to raise money for various causes? What about all the people we met by answering hundreds of questions on freerest.com? You've been making a difference in this world for as long as I've known you, and I don't doubt that you will all go on to do amazing things. Congratulations, and good luck.
awesome year. I can't wait to see you in MIT. Good job, yay!
Hey, congratulations on everything you did this year. You guys are amazing. Best of luck in grade 6. You got it.
Wow, wasn't that lovely, young Peter? It brought tears to my eyes also, all the 3 times that I saw it. Can you hear me? Okay, sorry. Yeah, wasn't it lovely? Thank you, Mr. Brian and Mr. Leon, for putting it together. This is the 3rd time I was watching it, and every time I watched it, I got teary eyes. So I can understand what you might be going through. Moving on, may I now request Mr. Brian, homeroom teacher of grade 5A, to kindly lead his class to the stage. 5A, may I request you to please rise? Thank you, Mr. Brian. I know this world seems so big, and everything seems so out of reach. The sky is high and the walk is wide. You just don't know what you've got yet. It's in the pool.
Good morning, everyone. So I am Brian Kidoli, one of the grade 5 homeroom teachers here, and I'm here to speak to the grade 5s, not 5A, but 5s. First, before we start, from a scale of 1 to 10, how proud are you right now? You can pop your fingers. Yeah, right? Every single one of you should be holding up 10 fingers right now. And how could you not be proud of all that you've done this year? I could give 100 examples of why you should feel proud, but the one I keep going back to is the exhibition. Think back on your journey for the last several months and the actions you have taken along the way. Watching those amazing actions, whether it's Kay and Yui's lifestyle changes, Akane's Belmark's Thrive, now me, Christy Rena and Karen's letters, Atticus advocacy, Lucy, Sheeter, Alan, Chief, and Couple's posters, Sunny and Leo's echo bags, Joaquin's Earth Hour, Eric, Chris, and Sebastian's awareness events. Just know that I, all the teachers, were personally inspired by your dedication to change. And I believe you will continue that passion for change in the future. Your lives will be meaningful, they'll be surprising, there'll be joy and sadness, triumphs and failures. But I believe, I know, you will make a difference, a positive difference in the world. Some of you will be remarkable in ways I can't even imagine. And if you ever feel overwhelmed with these enormous expectations, I want to share a secret with you, okay? So, this is your parents' big secret that they don't want you to know. And this is shared with me by one of my teachers in university a long time ago. But I didn't truly understand it until around 10 years ago when my first son was born. And since none of your parents are here today, I think I can share it with you. Just don't tell them I told you. I'm sure you all worry about what your parents think. If they're proud of your grades, how you did with your homework, or your ballet rehearsal, or your soccer match, your guitar concert, your drumming event, your basketball game, your Spanish or Russian classes. But here's the secret. All that pressure It's just a show. Your parents have been proud of you, loved you since the day you were born. All you have to do is show up. With that, I want to invite the 5A valedictorians, Akane and Hariko, to the podium, and they'll be giving a speech on behalf of the class. Thank you.
Okay. My fellow graduates, over the last few years at HJIS, we have learned a lot. Mr. Bates, our first grade teacher, taught us how to write journals. Miss Tiana, our second grade teacher, taught us that we're still friends even if we're far away. Mr. Sung, our third grade teacher, taught us how important art is in our lives. Miss Tara and Mr. Ryan, our fourth grade teacher, taught us about teamwork with different people. And finally, Mr. Brian and Mr. Leon, our fifth grade teachers, taught us to try our best even in the hardest times. From now on until the end of our school lives, we will continue to use these skills and knowledge we have gained in PYP. However, we think that the main thing we have learned over the last few years is the importance of social skills and cooperation. We said that the most important thing that we learned was the importance of social skills and cooperation. We will give some examples to give you an idea of what we're talking about. In our final year of QIP, we did a project called the PIP Exhibition. During our journey through the exhibition, we had some social issues, but we worked through it together and made consensus. We also worked together and cooperated when we did fundraisers during grade 2. We were small and didn't have as many important skills as we do now as 5th graders, but we worked together nicely and we made lots of money for people who needed help. Another example is in PSPE. We learned how sportsmanship can improve us as humans. Sportsmanship allowed us to practice supporting each other, being respectful to all, and to have a positive attitude, which all connects back to social skills. But we didn't just learn in QIP. We also had some fun memories with all our classmates. For example, we had fun with all our field trips. We especially had fun going to Disneyland and enjoying different things with our friends. Also, just going to school and talking to our friends was a wonderful memory. During school, playing with each other during recess and doing projects was fun too. Next, we'd like to represent our whole class and thank all of the people who have supported us. First, we would like to thank Mr. Brian and Mr. Lee, our homeroom teachers, for helping us solve our problems no matter what it was about. We also let us know that what really counts in life is the time and effort we put in. Also, we would like to appreciate our specialist teachers. And they taught us skills on different things that we can enjoy and find where our passions lie. We also like to thank our mentor teachers in the exhibition for all of the time they have spent for us and their support. Our mentors used their free time to help us succeed in the exhibition, and that was very important to us, or else we wouldn't have had a really great exhibition to share with everyone. And we thank Ms. Shalja for leading and supporting us QIP members. We also thank all of our family members who had a big role in our QIP school life. They always looked over us and gave us honest advice on anything, from academic problems to social problems. My mother always scolds me when I go to street, and I really appreciate that you let me know that something's wrong, even though I become rebellious sometimes. I also thank my dad for making me laugh every day, and it makes the rest of my day much happier. For me, I thank my mom for recommending and buying me books, and I also thank my dad, of course, for making these wonderful memories with me. And if my dad wasn't here, I wouldn't have even been in school. And we believe that everyone else in this class appreciates their parents a lot, right? Yeah. Okay. And finally, we appreciate all of our classmates for just being around us and helping us every day. We classmates supported each other, chatted together, and sometimes had fights with one another. But we think that all of these are important and wonderful memories and are part of the springtime of our life. All of our teachers, parents, and classmates made us who we Finally, we'd like to share with you how important PYP was to us. Graduating PYP is our first step to becoming adults, and it's an opportunity to show our parents and teachers how much we have grown through the last few years. We need to challenge ourselves much more than we could ever imagine in PYP, and we need to prepare for it. This is our first and last opportunity we will have in our lives. We will never forget this wonderful experience.
Thank you all. Thank you so much, Uncle Miracle. And thank you, Mr. Brian. With the dry standing there. Okay, let me take a moment. We now request Mr. Raymond and Mr. Brian to kindly come and hand over the diplomas to the young graduates. Students, please don't forget to take off your mask when you're coming to get your diplomas. We'll start with Sebastian B.
You've got it, it's in the palm of your hand.
Next we have Courtesy. Next we have Naomi. Next we have Rocky. Next we have Christopher.
If you believe everything you dream will come true.
Next we have Yuri. Next we have Sandra. Next we have Red.
I can see in your eyes that you understand. The time is coming. It's so hard to let you go. but in this life I know.
Next we have KN.
As you step out on the road, I'll say a prayer. So that in my heart, this is not goodbye.
Let's hear it for Luciana Lee.
This is not goodbye. It's just a way to take with me to your home again.
Upcoming next we have Leo.
Starting in a soul has led to wondering, should you stay or turn
Next we have Ethan.
This is not goodbye. I know we'll meet again, so let's not begin. This is not goodbye.
Let's put our hands together for Rico.
I know the brightest star above was created by the one who loved you when you lost. What started as a still small voice is raging now, and your only choice is to follow.
And now we have Makale.
This is not goodbye. I know we'll meet again. So let your life begin.
Next we have Arias.
It's just I love you to take with you until you're home. It is I love you to take with you until you're home. It is I love you to take with you until you're home.
Let's put our hands together for Karen. Take your time. Let's welcome one of our tallest graduate, Alan W. Next we have Hugh. And last but not the least, let's put our hands together for our drummer, Cheetah. Thank you so much, Mr. and Mr. Ryan. Mr. Ryan, may I now request to kindly take your class back to the position 5A. May I request you to please rise? Let's put our hands together for our graduates. Congratulations. Okay, now is the turn for 5B. May I request Mr. Leon, the homeroom teacher of 5B, to kindly bring 5B to the stage. 5B, please stand.
Good morning, parents, faculty, of course, students. When I came to the school last year, I was told by everyone how high functioning my students would be. But 5B really inspired me to work the hardest year of my teaching career since I began. And I began before you were born. Your desire to cooperate, help one another succeed, combining your talents on every project, your contributions to creating the sense of community we had at school, it was just really apparent in the smallest ways. There's things as simple as responding to each other's questions on homework posts before I even got the chance to. It's not just our personal accomplishments that are important in this world, but the effects our actions have on others. And the teachers of the grades 1 through 4 constantly expressed to Mr. Bryan and I how much of a positive influence you made on the younger students every time you worked with them. With all the challenges of the pandemic, we were fortunate enough to be learning in person all year. Even though a lot of you were learning virtually in the beginning, those of you that came later were able to adapt and blend right in, like you were there with us from the start. And those that were here were just so welcoming to make that possible. And although it's unfortunate we're unable to meet with your parents in person today, it's really comforting to me knowing how proud they are of you. Just your dedication and perseverance in everything you faced. The smallest acts of kindness did not go unnoticed by the staff here, I promise you. We talked a lot about small moments in reading and writing, and for me it was all those small moments that really made this year special. So whether you're translating my explanations in Japanese to one another and giggling about it for the next 45 minutes, or leaning over my desk during break trying to see what I was working on, asking if the tests were graded yet. The suspicion of undercover computer hackers on covert missions infiltrating our Google Classroom, battling over who can give the most thorough connection on key concepts related to the teaching points, whether it was perspective or responsibility. Your ability to incorporate detailed artwork on every page of your notebooks and assignments of the day. Asking me 1,000,001 questions and everyone responding with multiple hypothetical situations, turning a simple multiplication lesson into an hour-long debate. just when we were ready to begin, staring at me with her big bright eyes full of wonder and excitement, prepared, ready to learn, even though I know you wanted me to quickly finish the lesson so you could get to work and just figure it out yourselves. And finally, offering me hilarious but free random Japanese lessons of the day. I'm delighted to see you move on and grow, but I'm also happy to know I'll get to see you next year. Teachers are lifelong learners, and teachers often refer to themselves as students. So 5B and 5A as well. As you're graduating your PYP and becoming grade 6 students, I'll always look back at you as my teachers. And with that said, I'd like to welcome two of my teachers, the valedictorians, to the stage, Amy and Andre.
Can you hear us? Hello, my name is Amy. And my name is Maya. Thank you for taking the time to come to our 2021 PYP graduation ceremony. And we are the valedictorians from grade 5B. During the speech, I'd like to thank all the teachers who have brought us to this point in PYP. Over grade 5, we have learned a lot. During math, we learned many different operations and fractions. We also learned how to read and do many other different things with coordinates. In language arts, we learned many different techniques in writing essays. In Japanese, we learned many new different kanji and also how to analyze graphs. In language arts, we learned how to write narrative stories. And in music class, we learned how to we learned how to play the ukulele. During PYP, we have learned a lot, but the most important thing would probably be working hard in order to achieve our goals. One example for this is the PYP exhibition. The PYP exhibition was a very tough experience, but all of us did our best and strived to achieve the goals that we set for ourselves throughout the exhibition. The PYP exhibition was one of the hardest projects in PYP, but it also gave us a lot of knowledge. Next, we'd like to take a moment to thank the people who have made all this learning possible. Thank you, Japanese teachers, for teaching all of us Japanese, both JAL and JAM. This knowledge will help us no matter what, because all of us here will live in Japan for at least a few more years, and we really need to know how to use Japanese correctly. Not only did you teach us how to use Japanese correctly, we also taught us some manners we will have to follow here in Japan. I especially want to thank Ms. Naoko for trying so hard to help us. You came in the middle of the school year, and a lot of things were different for you, but you still did your best to teach us. We also want to thank Ms. Anna for teaching us art. You taught us during different projects. For example, during the Kandinsky project, where you created abstract art by listening to music, even though it was abstract, you still taught us practical techniques we could use. And when we created the final rubric for a project, we would always consider her perspective on what we think we should get graded on. We would also like to thank Mr. Eric, who taught us a variety of different skills in many different sports like volleyball, soccer, and basketball. You've not only given us a lot of knowledge, but have also kept our education very interesting and fun for us. You have also helped us when conflicts occurred between our classmates, and thank you for that as well. Thank you for doing the best throughout the school year. Next, I'd like to thank Mr. Hurtado, who taught us how to play the ukulele, the xylophone, and to read musical notes. Thanks to you, everyone improved their ukulele skills a lot and very fast, because you helped us whenever we were in need. Next, I'd like to thank Mr. Bryan sincerely. Next, I'd like to sincerely thank Mr. Bryan for helping us succeed in grade 5. Thank you for cooperating with our homeroom teacher, Mr. Leon, and making our education more impactful and valuable. Thank you, mentor teachers, for supporting our biggest project in PYP, the exhibition. Without your help, we might have not been able to give such presentations to the whole school. And last but definitely not least, we would like to thank Mr. Leon, our homeroom teachers, for teaching us all homeroom subjects, reading, writing, math, and inquiry. Not only that, but he also helped us when we were having a hard time with our work and made jokes to make us laugh and get rid of our stress. Furthermore, anytime we were starting to be hyperactive, received PYP from the bottom of our hearts. Ariel, please give them a huge round of applause. And frankly, we are going to face many more challenges throughout our lives. However, today is the day to congratulate each other and ourselves for achievements so far. Class of 2021, well done and good luck in NYP.
Thank you so much, Amy and Andre. And as Mr. Dewan rightly said, that we learn every year from all our students. So thank you so much, and we're all very proud of you. Next, we request Mr. Ellen and Mr. Leon to kindly come and hand over the diplomas to our young graduates. We also request Mr. Brian to kindly come up and assist them. We'll begin with Sagaraku. Next we have Yusei. Let's hear it for Madhavi. Next we have Adamich. Please put your hands together for Mocha. Let's welcome Amy. Next we have Leo. Please put your hands together for Ruka.
It's so hard you were made to be as you step out on the road, don't say a prayer.
Please welcome Saki. Let's welcome Kanchian. Please welcome Ruko M. Let's hear it for Andre P. Next we have Kento. Please put your hands together for Ray. Next we have Siddharth D. Let's hear it for Mayuri.
I hope the days comes and the moments not slow. And each will remind you where you wanna go. And if you face with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you.
Next we have Sharat Lee. Let's hear it for Natsuki Ron. Last but not least, our entertainer, Dennis Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Amber and Mr. Leon. Congratulations, 5B, and I'm sure your parents and your families back home are sitting there and clapping for all of you. Mr. Leon, may I now request to kindly lead 5B back to their positions. 5B, please rise. Let's put our hands together. Thank you. Congratulations, grade 5. Looking ahead, our students are well equipped to take on the next part of their educational lives. They have solid foundations, and we feel noticeably confident that we have given all the students a great start in life. They have learned many invaluable lessons throughout their time in elementary school. These lifelong learners have become global citizens and responsible change makers, and we have no doubts about that. I have personally spent only 8 months with all of you, but I feel so connected with each one of you and with the way you have evolved in the last 1 year. We are all very proud of you, and I'm even more happier that the grade 6 rooms are right in front of my office. So although you are leaving P by P, but you're coming closer to my room. Next, I would also like to take this opportunity to recognize the outstanding work of our teachers and especially the mentors of our PYP exhibition. Your inspiration and support will go a long way in their journey. So a special shout out and thank you must go out to all the teachers here. We are truly indebted to you. Mr. Brian and Mr. Leon are two of the finest teachers I have ever worked with. No matter how much I thank my specialists, it's less. So, another shout out to Miss Anna, Mr. H, Mr. Eric, Miss Hayashi, Miss Manami, Miss Rio, Miss Naoto, Miss Michelle, Miss Louise, Miss Krista, Miss Emma, and Mr. Andrew. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you, Ms. Whitman, for all your support and guidance throughout. And last, undoubtedly, another massive thank you goes out to you, the parents and the families. Sadly, you could not join us here in person today, but we would like you to know that we all feel privileged to have been on your child's journey. I could not meet you all personally this year, but I could feel your presence while talking to each one of our students here. So thank you so much for that. And students, thank you. Life is not just about learning to read and write. Of course, these are essential, but just as important are knowing how to be caring, considerate, and compassionate. An ideal recipe for friendship. Judging by what I see every day, these students have made lifelong friendships that will far surpass their educational journey and well into their adult lives. So fifth graders, take on challenges, be kind, enjoy learning, always be part of the community, laugh, and remember, you can be anything that you want to be. Congratulations once again. And now, yes, you can clap for yourself. And now is the time for the most important moment of the day, the dazzle turning moment. Graduates, may I request you to please stand? May I request you to turn your tassels from right to the left to signify your graduation from the elementary school. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you the graduates of 2021. Congratulations! Here's to this fantastic group of students who will make all of us very proud. Wishing you all a safe and relaxing summer, and graduates, best of luck for NYP. Minasan, Sotsubu, Omedeto, Gozaimasu. Arigato gozaimasu.